Yeah. I know what you want to ask. Go ahead.
There are some things going to change in the offensive style. So how do you take what you've done in your coaching staff and adapt that to what you see?
Well, first of all, I got to learn their system. I mean, that's first and foremost. And the good thing about what I've done in the past is that I can bring new ideas to the table. That's one of the things that I know that Coach Fedora, he likes his guys to bring ideas. He don't want yes guys and guys disagree with everything. So I got to learn their offense, which I'm excited about learning that offense because I've been in offenses where a little more predominantly pass. And now we're coming to offense as, more of a balanced attack, which puts them in position to win the big games and put them in position to be championship eligible like they were the past season. So it's not more so about me. The biggest thing is about me learning their offense and then just being able to bring ideas to the table, something different outside the box that they need to know.
How many days have you officially been on the job here?
I've officially been on the job now for, I think, what's the day, Wednesday? 6 days.
How many times has somebody mentioned something to you about they remember the Miami game?
Oh, man, just about every day. Just about every day.
When you look out there and you think about that night, does it just seem like it just happened to you?
Funny thing, because when I walked down the field yesterday and I walked through that tunnel, I immediately looked to the right side because that's where I scored that first touchdown. But I mean, it was obviously the biggest moment in my football career, and just stepping on that field just brought back jitters.
When you transferred from Kentucky to here, how did that change your life at all? Did it change the trajectory of what happened, what's happened to you, or can you take me back to that time and just kind of how making that decision just brought you to different relationships and so forth?
I really did. It was a tough decision, first off, because I was coming in. North Carolina didn't recruit me out of high school, so it was more so just, me trusting somebody I had a great relationship with, that they had a great relationship with, and, really just through the trust of the guy that I trusted, having a relationship with Coach that was here. So the reason I chose the school, actually Coach Brewer, I chose the school, but it gave me a different perspective of life. First off, that how fast time flies, because I was coming in and I was transferring. I was in the middle of my sophomore year, and then the fall I was going to be a junior. So it really gave me a different perspective on how first of all, that life ain't fair, and it ain't as easy as we all expect to be coming out of high school as athletes, and but gave me a different perspective. I came here, I sat out. I think I needed that just from a maturity standpoint, on and off the football field. And I had a chance to grow through, mentally or physically. And when I came back for the final 2 years, I was a different person and was much more mature and, handled situations a whole lot differently than I handled them when I was younger.
How much did that experience help you now as a recruiter? You can kind of read kids and see where they are and understand comfort levels and so on.
Well, it helps me immensely because, nowadays, guys, if things don't go guys' way, they're ready to get out. They're ready to transfer, so my experience of doing that, my experience of going through that particular transfer situation allows me to get those guys some advice and some input on better ways to handle it, because I didn't handle it, the way I should have handled it, in terms of communication, which I think is the biggest issue is communication. A lot of guys today that's so used to the Twitter and the Facebook, they don't understand how to communicate. So I think one of the things that helps me is actually going through the process, living it, understanding. Even when I came here at first, it wasn't all as great at first. I had to wait my turn and sat out for a while, and opportunities came late. So having that experience and understanding when I did make that change, things that wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be initially, gives me the opportunity to talk to those guys and let them know the grass ain't always green on the other side, and just communicate and sit down and face to face, look guys eye to eye, and find out what's going on.
Coach Fedora said that one of the things that stood out when he first started learning about you was some stories when you were at Troy, when you were a recruit and you would sleep in the car in like a Motel 6 parking lot.
Yeah.
What's any dangerous situations? Any interesting stories about sacrificing like that for the program?
The only dangerous situation was I was recruiting down at Troy University. I was recruiting down in the Miami area, and I never recruited down there. In fact, I'd never been to Miami in that area, period. Even though it just to stay the night, and I had no idea where I was, and the budget wasn't as big. Troy couldn't stay, at the places where the other schools that I knew guys to stay at, and I can remember. I saw a coach. In fact, I went to this hotel. It was actually terrible, to be honest with you. It was one of those outside deals. And I remember going in the room. It didn't smell so good. It was bad. And I went outside and I slept in the car. And I remember seeing a coach at one of the bigger schools at football practice the next day. And I told him where I stand. And he said, if you want to live, you might want to go find you somewhere else to stay. So at that point right there, I kind of stretched that budget a little bit. But it was just all about just finding ways to get it done. Didn't make no complaints, didn't call back to the office, and asked to get out of it, just find a way to get it done.
So why this job, this program at this point in time in your life?
Well, I think it's great timing. Great timing in the sense where, I think for me, it's great for me to get outside and coaching running backs. And also, I've been in the offensive system where it's been more predominantly passing the ball. And I think it's a great opportunity for me now to learn a different offense, learn a new scheme around different coaches, and be part of more of a balanced attack where you get an opportunity to run in, and pass the ball in more about 50-50 and give yourself a chance to win a championship. And when I got the opportunity to come back to my alma mater, I couldn't turn it down. When I told my wife, she was just as ecstatic as I was, and that was the okay I needed to take this job. So it was a great time. Obviously, it's a great situation for these guys to be in position where they are to take the program to new heights, building off the ACC Coastal Championship last year, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Chancellor,